Adverbs. Defining an adverb. Definition. An adverb adds something to the meaning of a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. Read and understand the following phrases. Examine thoroughly, add to the meaning of a verb. A very thorough reader adds to the meaning of an adjective. Read very thoroughly adds to the meaning of another adverb. Formation of adverbs. Adverbs are normally formed by adding "ly" to adjectives. Quick, quickly. Glad, gladly. Warm, warmly. Lazy, lazily. Happy, happily. Merry, merrily. However, some words have the same form both as an adjective and as an adverb. Some of these words are early, late, hard, long, short, fast, daily, straight. Look at these examples. The late arrival of the package was disappointing. Adjective. She finished her work late into the night. Adverb. She took a short break from her work. Adjective. He fell short of reaching the finish line. Adverb. Keep in mind, all words ending in "ly" are not adverbs. The words given below are adjectives. Elderly, friendly, lively, cowardly, lonely, overly, silly. For example, Sia felt lonely after her friends had left for vacation. The sunset over the ocean was truly lovely. Adverbs likely to be confused. Sometimes we have two similar-looking adverbs with very different meanings. Late, lately. For example, I got late because of a meeting. Lately, she has painted some beautiful pictures. Equals recently. Direct, directly. For example, they went direct to their teacher and apologized. Equals straight. She'll meet me directly. Equals soon. Hard, hardly. 1. Hardly equals very little, almost not. For example, could you turn up the volume? I can hardly hear the music. I can hear you very little. Tom must be upset. He hardly spoke during the meeting. She spoke very little. 2. Hard and hardly are completely different. Compare. She encouraged her friend to study hard, but he hardly opened her books. 3. We often use hardly plus any / anybody / anyone / anything / anywhere. For example, the restaurant offered a buy one get one free deal, yet there were hardly any customers. I visited the library looking for fiction books, but there was hardly anything available besides technical literature. 4. Hardly ever equals almost never. She's not into sports. She hardly ever attends games or matches. So, such. 1. Look at these sentences. The book was so captivating. His paintings were so beautiful. It was such an engaging book. He had such stylish shoes. We use so plus adjective / adverb. So loud. So dull. So quietly. So gladly. We use such plus noun. Such an experienced person is invaluable to our team. Such stupid people often make careless mistakes. 2. So and such make the meaning of an adjective, or adverb, stronger. After a brief shower, the atmosphere has become so pleasant. She sang so loudly, I could hardly hear myself think. We were having such a wonderful time, we didn't want to leave. 3. We can use so, that, such, that. For example, I was so exhausted that I could barely stay awake. It was such an amazing book that I finished reading it in one sitting. Enough, too. 1. Enough means sufficient. It is used in a positive sense. It is placed after adjectives and adverbs but before nouns. For example, she is tall enough to ride the roller coaster. After the adjective tall. He ran quickly enough to catch the last train. After the adverb quickly. There wasn't enough food for everyone at the party. Before the noun food. Enough can sometimes be used alone also. For example, you have eaten enough. You can borrow a few books from me if you haven't read enough. 2. To suggest success of some kind, more than what is proper. For example, she parties too often. It isn't good for her. Don't stress too much over small details. 3. We normally say enough/to for somebody/something. For example, we didn't have enough funds for that luxurious vacation. This shirt is too small for me. I need a larger size. 4. We normally say enough/to do something, not for doing something. For example, I had enough resources to complete the project ahead of schedule. I had too few resources to complete the project on time. Quite. 1. Quite equals less than very but more than a little. For example, this restaurant is quite busy. Would you like to try another one nearby? The line at the grocery store is quite long right now. Let's come back later when it's shorter. Quite is placed before a/an. Today it was quite an easy paper. It's quite a long way to go. 2. Quite also means completely. For example, is this neighborhood safe to live in? Yes, it's quite safe. Equals completely safe. Keep in mind, when used with the following words, quite means completely. Sure. Right. True. Certain. Necessary. Safe. Wrong. Clear. Obvious. Impossible. Fairly, rather. 1. Both fairly and rather mean moderately. Fairly is used in favorable situations and rather in unfavorable ones. For example, his cooking skills are fairly good. He performed fairly confidently during the presentation. The boss was rather disappointed with his team's performance. The living room is fairly bright but the washroom is rather dim. 2. Several words like hot, cold, fast, slow, high, low are neutral in themselves. Fairly with these words suggests approval, rather suggests disapproval. For example, this car can be sold for a fairly high price. The speaker likes the high price of the car. The price of car is rather high for me. The speaker doesn't like the high price of the car. Position of adverbs. Adverbs of place and time. Usually the verb and the place, where, go together. Work in an office. Drive to the airport. Study at the library. If the verb has an object, the place comes after the object. Drop someone off at his/her house, bumped into someone on the road. Time, when. /how often. /how long, normally goes after the place. Place. Time. My father goes to office every morning. He has been in London since July. We arrived at Chennai at midnight. It is often possible to put time at the beginning of the sentence. Next Saturday, we are leaving for Paris. Every evening, the old lady goes to the church to pray. If there is an adverb of manner also, the order is manner, place, time. They study diligently at the library. All day. She performed admirably during the presentation. Last week. Adverbs placed after is/are/am/was/were. You're always behind schedule. The streets are typically congested during rush hour. Adverbs placed before the verb when the verb consists of only one word. He almost missed his flight. He nearly forgot his keys. Adverbs placed after the first word when the verb consists of more than one word. He was generally pleased with my performance. I have faithfully stood by your side. Adverbs placed before the verbs have to and used to. I frequently had to skip meals. She frequently used to play basketball Sunday morning.